Hello, this is Not a Spring Chicken with Hurricane. What is that? Gustav. Just spinning around. Oh man. You know, it was so windy yesterday. I wonder if we were affected by it. But you know, you never know. But we've got lots of comments on the headlines of today. And also, you're seeing that I'm wearing the same swimsuit that I wore a couple days ago. Analysis. Palin may be plus or bust for McCain.
Okay. The Democrats have all said that this was a disaster because she's so inexperienced. She has no foreign policy experience, you know, and that she's a woman, you know. And we do have Republican male reporters. They say this was the biggest mistake that John McCain could ever make. You know, does the word sexist for Republican come up?
I know it was actually a very bold move, well, but you know what? It goes with him trying to be a renegade trailblazer.
That's right. He put a woman in that actually has executive experience, and she is the head of a military unit.
And she also deals with foreign governments every single day.
That's right. She deals with the Japanese, she deals with the Chinese, and she deals with the Russians because they all do business, you know, because they're right across the straits.
And those are some of our primary concerns. Obama reflects on historic nomination, kicks off a bus tour.
Yeah, he basically has been condemned. Okay, basically it is not the Obama tour, it is the McCain doesn't get it tour. They held birthday parties for McCain yesterday, too, I think.
Who did?
Obama's people had they held McCain doesn't get it birthday parties. He's too old to get it.
Hurricane Gustav plows through Cayman's gathering strength.
Yeah, I mean, it's, like I said, it is the most god-awful storm that you can have, which is, like I keep telling people, it goes around, it goes back out the ocean, gathers up strength, goes back out and gathers strength, because most of the time a hurricane is sort of, it swirls, but it's always moving forward. You know, Faye and this storm are circling and then moving forward very slowly.
Well, actually, the good part is they've already started evacuations, and people are listening this time.
No, they're not going to listen. They're not going to listen anymore than they did the last time. People simply don't leave during hurricanes. I mean, that's why you got idiots that get blown up into the air across the beach and into a building.
It's all over for McCain.
Yeah, that's what the Democrats have said, that the pick of her finished him off. It showed that, let's see, what was it in the words of one of his campaign managers last night, one of Obama's? It just shows that John McCain totally is out of sync with what's going on by picking somebody that inexperienced with no foreign policy experience.
I know. Every time I hear those things, it shoots right back at them with Obama.
Yeah, they also
all the excuses.
They've also used that word, that woman, a lot.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Ron Paul followers hitch Ron Voice for Ron Stock 2008 at RNC.
I know. I mean, the guy has got so much money, it's unbelievable. But he has no, you know, he didn't even get enough delegates to be able to get onto the floor.
DNA links man to slaying of Ashton Kutcher's ex, police say?
I know. One of Ashton Kutcher's girlfriends before he met Demi was murdered by this guy, and they, a serial killer.
Oh, that's bad. Winehouse misses Paris concert due to illness, a spokesman.
Yeah, that's, sometimes, family comes before other things.
John Edwards to emerge from seclusion for speech.
Yeah, well, yeah, he actually, I love that he's making more money now than he was before, bringing more money in, because now they think of him not as the $500 hairstyle. They think of him as sort of a, guy that bops somebody while his wife is dying.
He's a little more hip now, is that what it is?
Right, he's already making plans. He's got a kid by her, planning for the new family.
Well, he's got a kid by, not the wife, the other person.
Yeah, everybody knows it, but he keeps denying it.
Source, Petraeus submitted preliminary Iraq report.
I mean, this one I don't understand. So, it's what he's supposed to be doing. It's just, this is before Labor Day, and you're going to see the same news repeated over and over again. What they're telling us about, okay, one of the items that I just saw, Obama selects Biden as vice president.
Again?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
And Hillary, to give speech,
Well, this is a holiday weekend, so there may be some recycled news. We'll try and keep it a little fresh for you. But tomorrow's Sunday's editorial anyway.
Yeah.
Let's see. Georgia to cut diplomatic ties with Moscow.
Yeah,
that's
duh. Old news again. Yeah, that's also like they're going to have. They're not allowing Georgian citizens back and forth Now, the Russian military, who's supposed to be out, is basically, they say that they think they're doing the old word genocide in the Georgian areas.
Ooh.
If you happen to be a Georgian and not a Russian, they're exterminating you.
Karadzik makes defiant stand before UN court.
Oh, why should he? What's he going to do? Say, oh yeah, I'm guilty, execute me.
Maine artist creates hope image decades after love.
Oh yeah, this is, and all the money is going to go to, as they say, the greatest man that was ever born, Barack Obama. That's what he referred to him as.
Pakistan's presidential favorite under guard.
Yeah, I know we've got lots of things. Someday they got land like the Muslims are going to get the guy if they possibly can. They got his wife.
And this one keeps circling around. Hurricane Gustav plows through Cuba.
Yeah.
We had it going through the Caymans. It's Cuba. It's
went through the Caymans. It's went through Cuba, but it keeps coming back. So I mean, it's like, for instance, if you hear us to say tomorrow that it's in Caymans and Cuba, that's because it's back in the Caymans and Cuba again.
Michael Jackson at 50. The best is yet to come.
Well, Michael Jackson has not done anything in years. Folks, there is a rumor that white Michael Jackson isn't really Michael Jackson. That's always been earned to the things, which is why this guy has no talent.
Well, and talking about recycling, it says McCain taps Alaska governor for VP.
Yeah. Well, no, it's okay. It's one of the reasons why we do editorials on Sunday, because they're basically nothing but recycled news. But this is a holiday weekend, which means you're going to keep recycling, because we're coming live off the internet.
Evangelicals energized by McCain-Palin ticket.
That's why he picked her. He didn't pick her to knock off Democratic voters. He picked her to gain Republican voters. And if he could get the Republican women historically don't come out in large masses for Republican men vote. But we got a woman on now, so.
And this is for all those people that thought he picked her just because she's female.
Yeah.
To get at the Hillary voters.
That's right.
McCain's VP choice is historic and hardly known.
Well, it's okay. Geraldine Ferrara already crossed that historic ground.
But she was for females. She was the first for a major party. This is the first for Republican.
But anybody that had any brains knew that it was going to be a woman if he didn't pick Hillary, because he wanted to stick it to the Democrats, who basically, we believe in women's rights, and then wouldn't pick the woman that the party wanted as vice president.
In New Orleans, no shelter for those who stay.
They're trying to force them out. But see, because they don't have shelter, they're putting them in a situation as a lifeboat house again.
Let's see. Gas prices up as Gustav threatens Gulf refineries.
They shut refineries down. The refineries are shut down. They use that as an excuse to raise the prices. And it's also Labor Day weekend. Anything to get the prices back up.
Well, of course, this one, stocks end lower on personal income data. What is that?
I know. I mean, okay, people don't have as much money to spend, so they're not buying stocks.
Soft economy speeds newspaper decline, job cuts.
The newspapers have been declining before the soft economy. The newspapers are refusing to change. I mean, newspapers all could be doing this, and they're not.
Airline removes life vest to save weight and fuel.
I'm trying to figure out how they can fly across to the United States now. That if we have a rule, basically you have to have life jacks and all of this stuff aboard any airplane that crosses X amount of body of water. And these things are going out in the ocean, going across Lake Michigan. It's a violation of our safety rules.
Yeah, I don't know how they can cut back on something like that.
Yeah.
This is more important. Small GPS devices help prosecutors win convictions.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
People forget about that one.
They forget. There is a GPS device built into these cell phones. You don't even have to have your cell phone on, and it will tell people where you're at. So they know where you're at.
A Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
Why is it that as soon as an individual gets elected to public office, they no longer can tell the difference between right and wrong?